Can you hear us? Hello, I should probably speak so you can see if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Muted, it says. Mute. But Jamie is muted. No sound from Jamie. Yes! I'll leave it like that. It's fine. If Jamie messes with it, then I'll probably get muted. And that's unacceptable.
Properties, default, microphone, USB, wireless audio. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? There we go!
There we
right,
go.
it's working. It's behaving itself. There we go. So, welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I hope we're all okay and doing well. How are we all? So, on the agenda tonight, so we are running Chessie Systems Retro Pack, but first we have got the Gemmel, or Great Eastern Main Line, and we are in a DVT. So welcome aboard, please open the doors and prepare the train for departure. Let's just get all the electronics sorted. Test the fire alarm, put the electricity on, put me headlights on.
Another wonky Workshop Wednesday. I don't know what you mean, only me. I have no idea what you could mean by that.
No, I have tested everything. Everything is working. I have tested it. So do not panic.
That's it. We're done for now with confidence like that, bravado like that. Crikey. It's like Jamie's never learned.
So yes, we're running a 90, as you can see. But interestingly, with this one, it's the other way round. So normally the trains run with a 90 facing London, but this way we're actually running them, in this scenario, it's running them the other way round. Now, chat has got the link. Mods have got the link, should I say. So let's go. Oh, hello.
Bit of 360 goodness.
Yep.
This tunnel was amusing. They needed to make it. They needed to start running the European container trains through it, and the tunnel was too small. How do you solve a problem like that? You lower the track.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. I can, because it's amazing how much container trains actually do run through there now.
But especially with the extra junction they've added in at Ipswich, so the trains can come down this way directly into Felixstowe. Whereas previously they had to bring them down the West Coast Main Line, across the North London Line, and back up the Great Eastern Main Line to get them into Felixstowe. Now they can come direct.
Yeah. And they've put a triangle in as well, haven't they? Now, as well at the top.
That's what I mean. The extra junction in Ipswich.
Yeah.
Which completes the triangle. Which in this day and age, getting agreement for trackage to go in is no mean feat.
That is very true.
Yes, it was shut for ages. Long live, I remember. This is my stomping grounds. I used to go Ipswich train spotting. I went to university in Colchester. Lived in Forest Gate and in Gatestone.
Wow.
Worked in Brentwood. So basically, as I've got older, I've worked my way down the Gemmel until eventually I fell off the other end and ended up in Kent.
They just booted you over London. I see ya. Woo!
Well, we did go via the Central Line to Leytonstone.
Yeah. There we go. So you're probably wondering why haven't we got any engine noise? Because we're in the driving trailer end. Let's get some.
Yes, it's a wagon for all intents and purposes. In fact, it's for pretty much every intents and purpose. It's a wagon. It's just a wagon with a cab. Got no game sounds, says Jack Hughes. Everybody else got any game sounds at all?
It might be very, very quiet, because I remember having to turn it down the other day. Try that now. That should be okay.
Rail Alex says, I have game sounds, only me says, and we do, but it's a tad low. Derek says we have game sounds. Yeah, they're fine. So
there we go.
Better, says Monkey. There we go.
Lovely.
Monkey says it's better, and only me says it's better, and Jonathan also says it's better.
Yeah, it's because I had to turn it down.
We can't win.
No, basically we can't win. No.
I do like this route. I don't know if it's still on there, but there always used to be an extension of this route up to Norwich.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's gone now. Unfortunately.
Yeah. For those people that want to travel to foreign lands.
Cheek.
Well, I include Stowmarket where my parents live, so because this route only goes as far as Ipswich. It's just like, come on, one more stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it did get removed. Yeah. Shame really, because I was trying to get it to, well, I would have wanted to show that, to be honest, and could have done it would have been nice to do a full run at some point, Would have taken a while though.
Don't DVTs only really exist because until mid-1990s passengers weren't allowed to travel in the front car of a train travelling over 100 miles per hour.
That's the first time I've heard
I don't know. I've never heard anything like that.
No, neither have I. That's a new one to me.
I mean, the Anglia DBSOs had passengers in them.
No, they did, don't they? Yeah.
Maybe they didn't know 100 miles an hour. I thought they did, though. I'm
sure they were passed for 100 miles an hour because they were running with 90s beforehand, weren't they?
Yeah, the 90s were part of the... I mean, these were all ex-Virgin stock.
Yeah.
When they first came over, they were running in a mix of liveries. Basically Virgin livery trains, albeit unbranded. To the... when they brought them over to this area. I miss the DBSOs. 86 is the DBSOs. I mean, what's not to like? And even then, the DBSOs were ex-ScotRail, from what I remember.
And you've even got, I love how you've still got the push bar on the 90s there, so that's the push bar there. See it from the buffers. The amount of times I used to go on this backwards and forwards, the amount of times you used to see these. You used to stand at the bottom of the platform at Norwich and you hear the 90s just whir up. It was brilliant.
Yes. Yeah, I always like the 90s as well. Pendolino fan. They're a tidy electric loco. They're modern. If I can't have an 86, then I'll take a 90.
I think some of the general ones have gone into preservation now, haven't they, as well?
Someone do what? Sorry.
Some of the one or two of the General 90s have now gone into preservation now.
Really? I mean, just Google that. Last 90 preserved. What have we got? Because seriously, that'd be amazing. Because electric locos are really rarely preserved.
Yep. I can't remember the name.
Oh, there are 11 Class 90s in long-term store.
Yeah.
10 of which are owned by DB Cargo and can be found at Crew.
Yeah.
Apparently there are still 24 in service with 26 stored.
Yes, Crucible, I was counting locomotive services as preserved because they are a preservation company. Well, they've repainted a whole set into Intercity, haven't they? They've bought a whole load of...
Yeah, locomotive services 1 and 2 are both in Intercity Swallow.
Yeah, so that's the one.
Scott and Badenoch. Freightliner have a bunch in Great Anglia White and one in G&W. DB Cargo have a few. Grand Central, Malcolm Logistics, DRS. Freightliner still have a bunch in various greens like Power Hall and so forth. So there's actually still a fair few in service.
Yeah.
Which is good.
The question is now, last time I didn't stop. I actually left 2 coaches off the end of the platform.
Disgraceful. I would never do anything like that. I just wouldn't stop at the platform.
Who needs to stop at Manningtree anyway?
According to this list, Crucible one of DB Cargo's is in Grand Central livery, 90026.
I can just about remember when the 90s actually came into service. Just about.
I remember before, don't particularly remember. I remember the sort of the changeover period with the liveries being really interesting.
Perfect stop.
I remember having, nice BR Blue diesels, 47s with DBSOs running up and down. It's glorious. Great times. Great times. Does this game function on the Apple M1? I have no idea. Don't know anyone who's tried it. If you can run PC games on it, then possibly. But not something that we've tested.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's just a random person walking.
That's fine. That happens. That's real.
Hello, I can hear a 66.
Speaking of Freightliner.
Yep.
Jonathan, celebrating your brother's 9th birthday. Well, happy birthday to your brother.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Hey, Just Hillbilly. We're doing very good, thank you all.
I miss the whistling noise that you used to have off the Mark IIIs. Look at that for a shot. Lovely.
Very good. It's your birthday on Saturday, is that right? Well, happy birthday to you as well.
Yep. Happy birthday.
Doing very well, thank you very much, Aviation. How are you?
Oh, hello. 360.
Oh well, Class 90 is a modernised derivative of the preceding 87, having originally been designated the Class 87/2.
Oh.
Oh, this will be controversial. It was selected over numerous rival proposals, including the 225 and the Class 89s. So it contributed to the demise of the 89.
Wow.
I like
although
it a bit less now.
Yeah, although the 89's now coming into operation as well, isn't it? So you're going to have... That's going to be very interesting, because you're going to have now technically two preserved 90s and the 89 now in Intercity, which is going to be interesting.
They will eventually get all of the railway switched over to a proper livery. Get it all running nice Intercity livery.
Slowly, bit by bit.
Apollo Gaming custom liveries not showing up in timetables. I don't know. We'll have to have a look into that. Have you raised a support ticket on that one? Needs the Network South livery in the southeast to go with it. Yeah, well, Network Southeast is always the right choice. Even if it's a steam engine, it should be a Network Southeast livery. Hey, Josh Pickett, how's it going? We are playing, driving a class. We're driving a DVT with a Class 90 push-in, and we are heading our way southbound on the Great Eastern Main Line.
Lovely jubbly. Quite funny, actually. Northoff actually held a Network Southeastern themed gala, and they actually ran Black Prince, because they ran a steam locomotive on the Sunday. They ran it with Network Southeastern headboard. So yeah, the 9F with just Network Southeastern on it.
Nice. Okay, so pick a victim for that, Matt. I don't know sure what you mean. What a victim for what? Crucible? I believe there's another 4-way challenge on its way, Scott.
Nearly doing a ton. Sail.
Oh, steam loco in Network Southeast. That'll be a Mallard, obviously. An A4, sorry.
Oh, hello. Speeding now. There you go. Colchester in 3.1 miles.
Did I do a vid with Jeff Marshall? I did. He came and visited the offices, and we talked about Train Sim World.
Oh, a cabin DVT is good. Make sure I actually stop in time.
Shouldn't it be a southern loco in NSE rather than an LNER one? No, then that would start making sense. You're painting a steam loco in Network Southeast. You've thrown sense to the wind. So you should just continue throwing sense to the wind. All locos need the NSE love. Get some nice Scottish ones. And we'll call it Network Scottish East.
Do you know, can you remember, how many times did you travel on the 90s, mate? Can you remember, sort of you do, I don't know if you ever did sort of the late runnings coming out of London, and the driver just used to thrash the 90s, so every time they tried to start off, you just get this massive bump and try and wake everybody up on the train.
No, I never actually got to ride in the Mark IIIs all that often. All my time on a Gemma was running in 315s up and down Forest Gate to London primarily. You know, a few times we rode these ones, but more often than not we didn't really even go to London that much when I was younger. Just didn't really need to. You know, if we came down, Dad and I came down to London to train spying, we'd obviously catch the train in. But
yeah.
I think that was DBSO days.
Yeah.
Dinosaur days. 315s have withdrawn last weekend. Yeah, there's a lot of trains withdrawing now. Just in time for all of the new trains to be taken out of service. I'm sure there's a problem there somewhere. Big up Forest Gate. Woo! Used to walk to Forest Gate, catch a train.
I've actually come in a little bit slow compared to what they would do on an actual service. They come thrashing through here and they just hit. You just get the end of the platform.
No, this is Colchester, Jonathan. We're a long way yet.
Yeah, we're only going far down as Chelmsford. There we go, yeah. On this service. And at times I've changed here to go to Stratford. Sometimes these services down don't stop at Stratford, so you swap over.
Hey, Skate Music, how's it going?
Back of the nollie, make sure I actually get in the platform.
Just looking through Google to see if I can find if anyone's done a fictional repaint to the Network Southeast in better colours. Of the A4, sorry, in better colours. No, the internet has let me down this evening.
They've done it in Virgin, I know that much.
Yes.
I thought I could hear a Class 70. It's quite funny because when I travelled a lot down the Channel, used to check out the 70s, and we'd try and find all the Britannia numbers. So if we tried to find Oliver Cromwell and Britannia in the 70 numbers, I know it was a bit random, but they. Right, doors are all closed. Should I signal back to the guard because he's giving me the signal.
Don't believe you, Moggy. The 70's lovely.
Let's get a shot from the end, shall we? So you can actually hear the 90 start up, shall we? Good idea.
Matt, no, just no. Yes, yes, yes. The new 69. Is anyone a bit superstition, a bit worried that it's basically a 56 with 13 added on? Probably still more reliable than an 800, but
70 taking a good set out.
They're doing one of the 314s in, I think it's hydrogen as well, Scott.
And the Gronk.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, that they're doing a Gronk. They've got to try these things out, haven't they?
Yeah. Next thing will probably be a 37 you watch. Or a 20.
How come Cane Creek has been taking so long to route? Routes take a long time to make, but in some cases, just like the 313, it's possibly gone on the schedule too early, I think. Not sure. But it's not taking any longer than any other route, really.
At Cameron, yes there is, I think, a 321.
The 70 looks too American. That's because it is American. Well, it's Canadian, but... Doc, this is Great Eastern Main Line, London Liverpool Street to Ipswich. We're going the other way around. We started at Ipswich and we're going down as far as Chelmsford towards London.
Amazing how tall the pantographs are on the 90. So how tall they are up, you know.
Still nothing like an ACS 6040. Look at photos of that, and it's like it's reaching 20
true.
feet into the air.
That's very, very true.
How did you come to the idea to make train simulators? Like trains, want to drive trains. No one's stupid enough to let me drive trains or us drive trains. Make a game. Probably a bit of an oversimplification of the initial thought process, but it's where my head is at.
It was the steps, basically. It was all wrote down on a notepad. And through Mark's Tay.
Tay's, yeah, TS is still, very, very good. There's a lot of great fun to be had in Train Simulator. Theodore asks to see the map.
I'll show you said map. So that's the Ipswich end, isn't it? Yes.
That's Ipswich there, yeah.
Yeah, so that's down to Felixstowe down there. And then this is the Harwich branch.
It's the Mayflower line.
Where there?
The Harwich is the Mayflower line.
Harwich is the Mayflower line.
That's Braintree extension up there.
Braintree extension, and then this is...
That is the other one. The thing, because that's at Shenfield, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. So, and then this is
I should remember the name of that, but I can't.
And this is Liverpool Street down here. So,
yeah.
And interestingly, it's
Southend Victoria line. Thank you, Captain Swing.
That's the one. It's the 175th. Yes. 175th anniversary of the European Union Railway. Is that right? Something Union Railway. I can't remember what it's called now. Let me have a look. Give me a minute.
Because I think the Crouch Valley line is down on the Southend line as well, if I remember rightly. Because there was, or is, a model of the Crouch line for TS. Strike Eagle, would be nice to see more TS third-party developers get into making routes for TSW2. Well, get them to get in touch with the third-party team. We're getting some on board, and yeah, it's all good.
Let me just find the thing.
Is the M9 coming to Train Sim 2 in the future? So, is the X coming to TSW2 in the future? Check on the roadmap. If it's not on the roadmap, then there's nothing announced yet. So that would be a no, unfortunately. Will it ever come to in the future? Who knows? But it's not on the roadmap, so it's not coming up anytime soon.
I got it totally wrong by saying European. I don't know why I got that idea from Ian. I don't know why I got that. So basically it is the Eastern Union Railway's 175th anniversary in August, and they're running Mayflower with possibly another steam locomotive, top and tailed, from Colchester to Bury St Edmunds on 2 days, boys. Colchester to Bury St Edmunds on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday it's Ipswich to Bury St Edmunds.
Very good.
For those who want to know.
See if you have a railroad would allow you to do a route of the railroad. Would you do it via Google Maps or actually go in person rather than train, or do it by photos? All of the above. We use whatever we can get hold of. Preference obviously is to get stuff straight by going there, but if you can't go there, then the Google Maps and the photographs that you can find online or be sent by very helpful people are always going to help. But you just have to use whatever you can get your hands on.
on stop through Whittam. So, the Class 90s, they were built between 1987 and 1990. Total were 50 produced. Maximum speed is 110.
Since you have a PS4, you don't know what the X's only mean. So how do you select anything? Ah, no, actually, PS4s don't have an X button. They have a cross button. According to the Sony language guide, it is a cross button, not an X button. One must not confuse X's and crosses. Not when one's competitor uses X's. Chris, this is TS1, or Train Simulator 2021, and we're running on the Great Eastern Main Line. It's PC only. I believe that X is copyrighted. You know, it wouldn't surprise me at this point, Stephen. Somebody's probably got a copyright on breathing out. What livery? Oh, this is unbranded National Express livery. This is what came after the One Anglia. And before the current Greater Anglia.
Yeah. The One Anglia made no sense because it wasn't it. It was still actually owned by National Express, wasn't it? But they called it One. Apparently, I was told.
I must admit, I didn't know.
Yawning again, Matt.
I know. I'm not sleeping very well at the moment, so that's why I'm a little bit at the moment. I'm tired. Originally, yeah, National Express East Anglia originally trading as One, rebranded and NXCA in February 2008. So yes, One. I mean, the N and the E is probably National Express. The O is probably like, you know, hour or something silly. Or it doesn't mean anything.
Oh really, Danny? Was that true? That's hilarious if it is. That's when everyone started to miss trains.
The 1921 service.
That's good.
Actually,
I like that.
Coffee. That's a plan.
Don't spill it all over your laptop again.
Oh, I'm not going to spill it on my laptop. I got a mug with a handle. You see?
Good.
Handleless mugs are no longer permitted in this room.
Good.
They might be cool, hip and trendy, but I'm no use with them.
Jaddy, what's that about 611? Is that the South Stoker's badly damaged, or I know it's not going to Strasbourg.
Yeah, because of Stoker not delivering coal into the fire.
Oh, it is. So the Stoker's gone. All right.
Yeah. That's the smallest mug you've ever seen. It's not that small. It's perfect size for what a Dolce Gusto gives out.
Yeah, it's not going to get very far if the Stoker's broken. Make it down to 60 now, as we're coming into Chelmsford.
betting someone has a copyright on my name somewhere along the line as well. Who knows? Who knows? That'd be their problem, though, to be fair. Hey, British Ace, how's it going? You could always claim royalties off that. Interesting. Well, most people call me "Hey you" and "Oi" and "Get over here," you know, that kind of thing. So.
Aww. Right. Coming in nice and steady.
Yeah, doing real well, British Ace, doing very well. Eldoc, what's my favourite inline that's not out yet? Do you mean what's my favourite route in production that's not released yet? If so, I'm really enjoying Cathcart. Just saying.
I haven't tried it yet.
It's right up my street. What would be mine and Jamie's route we'd really want for TSW2? It's difficult to answer that because, well, I'm involved in choosing the routes, so.
I think mine's quite easy.
You probably want, what, a North Norfolk?
Yes. Would love that. We're probably going through to Cromer as well, which would be nice.
Yeah, I know when I was looking at making it, I was going to put the grey level crossing in and bring it, extend it across. And do the main line down to Norwich. How many people online play this game? It's not a multiplayer game, Charles, so you can't really play it online. I mean, you can go onto Steam and get stats for how many people play the game. It's usually sort of like 1,500, 2,000 concurrent players at any one moment, I think.
Yes, Cameron. I think Matt would probably choose the 9F. I mean, I'd probably want like the B12 or the J15, to be perfectly honest. Or the standard 4.
9F is the only answer. What's the maximum kilometre mile route you could make? In TS1, I mean, there's no actual technical limit, but because you've got a globe and you're flattening it out into a flat world, it gets bent and warped. And the further you get away from the route origin, the more severely it warps. So you end up, so if you imagine you take an orange and peel it out and try and lay that flat, it's going to get all, it's not going to be, you know, a nice square or something. It's all going to be bent and warped. Which means that the further you get from the origin, the less real, the more unreal everything is. Practically speaking, along that line, you could probably do 300-400 miles. North-south is less of a problem. North-south actually, if you're doing King's Cross up to Edinburgh, that would be, you could get away with more because it doesn't warp north-south. The warping happens more east-west. The games world is flat, Alexander. Train Sim World is also a flat world, but it has a few extra tricks up its sleeve, so we don't actually know what we could do as a maximum on that.
Look at this. Well done, you've successfully completed this scenario. Woo! Another driver will now take over for the rest of the journey to London. You can now go to the restroom for a refreshing cup of tea.
Lovely.
Lovely jabbly. Right. So, let me put it on the waiting screen.
Kids, Leah, Amtrak and NJT. Yes, well, Leah's in the game already. Amtrak is coming in Rush Hour update in the summer. And I'm right with you. I'd love to get some NJT in the game. So maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Just to let you know, that scenario was by Chris 5012.
Oh, Chris, excellent.
Yep. And
yes.
That was 1P33 Ipswich to London. Right, let's go on to the... I've lost it.
You saw a Gatwick Express 387 at Peterborough. Wow. Are you sure?
Really?
That suggests the stock loans going on. Imagine the Gatwick Express aren't particularly needing it, to be fair, so... There can't be that many people taking a holiday that need to use the Gatwick Express.
Something borrowed, yes, that's the one. That is the one. There we go. I forgot to turn my lamp on.
Oh, Great Northern are using... Yeah, it's all Go Via, isn't it? It's all GVT. Move the stock around where it needs. Feeling when Pacers only have until this month. I thought Pacers were already gone. And, you know, until they needed to come back and rescue everybody from the 800s, obviously.
Hey, I was waiting for when they came in. I actually know someone who works for Hitachi, so you wouldn't be very impressed with that one. Although apparently the HSTs are coming back, aren't they? Or we were for a little while.
Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I like this.
Train order number 89, date 10/10/78. Train BH-1, Highfield passing track. Train BH-1 WM5953 will hold at Highfield pass. Oh, well, never mind. That's gone.
Thing and Bob and Reason.
Yeah, in accord with our train order, once B&O Extra 3501 is passing clear, we can proceed westbound. We have no work between here and Hagerstown, so we should have a clear run. We will need to contact the Lurgan subdivision dispatcher as we approach CB Town. So we are on the Hanover subdivision, am I right? Correct? Chessie?
Sounds like it, yeah.
Yes. And we are so this is a standard scenario that comes with the Chessie System Retro pack, and as you can see, here we go, look, Chessie System.
Ah, high hood, hype!
There you go, it's got high hoods.
I do like a bit of high hood action.
And I think Moggy would be quite pleased because they've got cats on them, I think.
Yeah, the Chessie cat.
And it's a full rake of Chessie wagons, and look at this, look, it's amazing. Keep going down and down, all the way down, and there is Chessie caboose. Look at that.
Very nice.
Now all we're doing is waiting for the extra service, which is all the way down there. There you go.
Steady on, only me. Steady on. Alan, imagine an 08 from King's Cross to Edinburgh. You just made Moggy's day. Well, if he's taking an 08 from King's Cross to Edinburgh, you've made his week.
He'd be the one driving it. Let's get the wipers on.
We're going back to route length. Is there likely to be a 300 miles English route done by you guys at Dovetail, or is that more likely to be a third-party team? Anything's possible. Making 300 miles routes is a big, big, big job. So even for anybody, it's, you know, a third-party team would be working on it for years. So some may do that at some point, but you know, a route like that is going to take a long time to come out. How many third-party teams do you have? Someone said 6 earlier on. I must admit I can't remember. I mean, there's Mike, there's Rivet, there's Ed, there's another one. I'm doing sound at the moment coming on. There's Skyhook. Possibly more I've even forgotten. But so there's There's a good few, and it's growing slowly. Yeah, that's Mike.
Normal train we gotta wait for. Still
so
going.
Is this GP7 or GP9 or something?
It's GP9, I think.
I can't remember how to tell the difference if it's not written on the side. Not sometimes they're written on the side, but what about the Chessies?
Let's try to. Nope, hasn't got it anywhere.
Apollo, that's something best of figuring out, you know, near the time, and send the details over. But it's, I mean, it could be that you talk to one of the third-party devs to make it potentially as well. There are lots of options. You like cheddar Chessie? Nice.
Cheddar Chessie. Derek MP with Derek.
Yeah, thank you, Derek.
There goes the other caboose. Look at that.
It's got all the safety notices on it. Very good.
Yeah. So we are going all the way down to there. Quite a way down. Look at that.
You say LIRR, do you, kids? Nice. To be honest, you know, not living in New York, and I think the closest I got to New York was flying through Newark. It's you've got a distinct lack of apps going on there.
Oh, that was close. Should have opened it before releasing the brakes. That would normally help.
Yeah, so we don't really know how the locals always pronounce things. We try and listen to it. Nobody. One of our beta testers is a New York local who works on the railroad, so it's amazing what doesn't come up. But I think sometimes they just let me say things wrong just because it's funny. I think it was Armstrong made the 205, Jonathan. That was an Armstrong powerhouse, if I recall correctly. Jello, game ready. Paradise Rivet is both second and third party. They develop their own projects and they work with us on our projects as well. Would you guys do a super long route in parts and release sections when ready? That gets difficult. Sam's explained, and Sam and I have explained why on some of the other streams. But yeah, making long routes and releasing in bits is difficult for various reasons, technical and commercial. Yes, I saw that. I saw a Hamburg doing. Someone else sent me the copy of the YouTube video for the Hamburg Lübeck launch stream for TS when it came out as well. Oh, those excellent days when I was in the conference room in the old office. Did all the streams myself.
Did you?
Yep. good fun. I used to enjoy them. Then TSW got busy and I had to stop.
If you're wondering where we are, we're on the back of the caboose. Oh, hello. Put too much brake on.
Well, I think you were all, weren't you guys all mods back then, Moggy? No, it might just have been Mayhem. I can't remember.
Just let the train push us down.
I mean, I know that Natalie's given you your nice shiny prefect badges. I've been in the office lately. I guess there'll be all sorts of wildlife living there now. Well, actually, we call them colleagues, but yes, there are. Because I think there's about 9 or 10 people in the office now. Every now and again. Yeah, Danny's in the office now. I think a couple of days a week, aren't you? I haven't been in. What was it? I went up to pick up my dev kit, my Xbox dev kit, a couple of weeks ago. I've not really been in since, I don't think. The last time I was going to go in, I didn't have time, so I asked my wife if she would drop in, because all the empty boxes essentially for the dev kit and so forth. It's just like, well, I ain't got room for this rubbish. Take it back into the office, let them store this rubbish. And my wife said she would take it in because, well, it was rubbish and needed to get out of the house. Right, we're going down a hill.
I've got the dynamic on, don't you panic.
Doing anything though, because you're not generating any amps.
I've turned it on, I can hear it.
Really? Okay, maybe it is. Is there an ammeter on the desk? We're in the old times here.
Somewhere. I've turned it on.
Fully stocked? No.
Do I need to put it in?
You want to put a minimum set on your trainer. You've got a dynamic brake selector, or you cut out on your dynamics or something. That's it. Now you seem to be better off. No, even now you're gaining speed again.
Do I need to put the reverser into reverse or what? That's a good question.
Well, are you driving backwards or forwards?
I'm driving. Oh, hang on. What's that? No, Sander. Hell no.
Yeah, Danny, I think it was Danny that said the only thing left in the cupboards at the moment is just jars of Marmite. That's not very good for me. But it does tell you what people don't like though, doesn't it, really?
It does indeed.
Oh yeah, it says the amp.
There it is.
I wonder if it just doesn't show negatives. Oh, you're slowing down again now.
Definitely did put it on, but I just
Pep the Emu fan want to go to New York on a holiday to visit the elevator and use. I want to go and just play on the trains. Go to the LIRR, have a ride on the subway, then you ride to the subway, have a ride on the Northeast Corridor. I want to just ride the trains, all the trains.
I'm just now trying to find the manual for this. There we go, I've got it. Oh, well, we are slowing down, aren't we?
Well, you see, Jan and Doug, they've actually had, even though a lot of people haven't been in the office, they have had cleaners in still on a weekly basis. Keeping it clean all the time. There's both inside and out. And the office has been used, not really so much during the second lockdown, but when the first lockdown ended and the gap between the two lockdowns, they were starting to get some people into the office. So, you know, it's not been empty for a year. It's been empty for some chunks of time, and even then not empty all the time because people have been in cleaning it and so forth. So now the office is in good shape. HR team would have nothing less. Alexander, is it possible to add splines? Yeah, there are splines in TSW. It's used for a number of things, like roads are done with splines. Bushes sometimes are done as splines. They're done all. You can use splines for all sorts of things.
There we go. I think I've got it in a good position now.
Nigel, you'll enjoy Sydney. I lived there for a couple of months a long time ago for work, and it was great. Really enjoyed it. Not this work, previous 2 times work. Online banking security. So yeah, hold your excitement. But yes, it was very good. Rode some trains, rode the ferries. They were good fun actually. There's some really nice boat tours.
So before I forget, I will just say what we've got, what you get in the Chessie System Retro pack. So you get the GP9 in chassis scheme and patch C&O and WM livery. The how fast are we actually going? Bring on a bit. You get the GP35 in chassis scheme with appropriate WM, B&O and C&O sub-lettering. Electromotive SW7, SW9 and SW1200 switches in chassis scheme with appropriate B&O and C&O lettering. There we go, it's a bit better. You get Western Maryland style C13A caboose in Chessie, Western Maryland, and 4 special Chessie safety schemes. 8 types of freight rolling stock with multiple liveries, including Chessie System, B&O, C&O, and Western Maryland. And 9 realistic career scenarios, which you use with the CSX Hanover subdivision.
Good.
Still will, Slippy.
See you later, kid. Can you sound the horn, says Demoniac.
And there's the horn for you.
Derek, you want to ride the Asala before the Abeles take over? Definitely. I mean, I'm only just on the doorstep. Get on with it.
graded part of the line, isn't it?
Well, it looks like it's black. 1 point. Oh, is that 1.8?
8.
1.8. Oh yeah, that's pretty tough then.
Why are we slipping?
Well, it means you need to rely a bit more on your train brakes and just top up with the dynamics.
Especially in the rain. Look, all these cats, Moggy. I don't know what you're going to do with all these cats.
Alexander, there is a big difference between a home entertainment game, call it that. No, game is a sensitive word to use, and a professional training simulator. This has been built as a game for home use, not a professional training simulator. It could be. I've heard lots of people expressing interest in it being used as a training thing, but that'll be up to those folks to look into it. Hey Vala, how's it going? Brandon, how are you? That horn sounds rad. Excellent. I can't hear it, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Oh, hello. That's what happens when you're trying to do a nice shot.
I thought you were just trying the age-old tactic of this is how to make it to where I'm not streaming. I'm not overspeeding on the stream. Hide the speedo.
Yes, that could be one way, yeah. Mods, could you put in the link to Chessie System as well as the route, please? Brilliant.
Well, it's raining, Moggy. I'm sorry, just a hillbilly. We're not in a tunnel, therefore it's automatically Moggy approved wipers. What game is this, Brandon? This is Train Simulator 2021. We are using the Hanover Subdivision and a new pack, Chessie Retro pack. Which has just been released for that route. Just the locos and the wagon, freight cars and so forth. It's a good route, isn't it, Demonic? It really is.
Come on! Where's the end of the train?
Excuse me, only I can say what isn't Moggy approved. I grant myself Moggy approval to say whatever I like about Moggy approving things. Yeah, and I can say that because I'm Moggy approved.
Would you say, Moggy, that all these ones that have got a sticker on it, these are all Moggy approved wagons? Look at these, look, all Moggy approved.
He's put his sticker on them, yeah. That's probably actually just Moggy running around going, this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine.
Make it all the cars. miles. We're making time now. Lovely stuff. We are making time.
So what's everyone been playing? What trains and routes are you driving?
That is a very good question, Richard.
I've mostly been driving 314s.
Lovely.
We don't have a donate link, no. The Game with Nicholas, but this is a we're Dovetail Games. We make this simulator, and we're showing it off basically. Hamburg Lübeck Captain Swift, excellent.
Nice.
Tebow Hamburg and Southeastern with a 465. Lovely. I do like a bit of 465 action. Only me been driving the Penn Corridor for the last 2 days, going on to TVL tomorrow. Richard Cust 395. Mainly Brighton to Eastbourne on a 377. Have you faked out a 376 then, Snowy, with the delivery editor? Sonic Scott doing eastbound tank run on Colin Aachen right now.
Nice.
Been playing Hamburg Lübeck as well. Derek playing Hamburg Lübeck, got all the scenarios for it. Superb. Neil Rapid Transit Long Island LIRR and the Hamburg Lübeck. Thank you, Gamer Nicholas. Glad you're enjoying it. Perfect. No, it's so that you can pat us on the back, just to be clear. Speaking of which, you've been lacking lately. Do more back patting required, please. Nice. I do like GP nights, that kind of thing. They're in the sort of the small side of power, which means that you can thrash them without having to have 200 wagons behind you. And descending a hill is always the best.
Yeah, you have to keep touching the brake and keep having to move the... putting it from running into minimal reduction, and you leave it there until you get sort of down to sort of 22, 23, then you push it back and let it roll.
There's a name for that. It's a driving technique. It's called sawtooth.
Oh, okay. Dynamic down a little bit now.
Has it got the real physics of the wagons? Yeah, so the game models the weight, it models the resistance, it models the friction, it models the way that the pull of the wagons on each other with the couplings and buffers, yeah, you get the physics of the wagons. Similarly, the way that the brakes apply as well. It doesn't do coupling snaps. No, you can't break couplings, Alexander. Gamer Nicholas, we just use official DTG content. That way, people who watch the stream, we use stuff that's on Steam, which will include third parties. This is third party. This isn't by Dovetail Games. The route and the train pack are both by High Iron Simulations in memory serves. So it's not just Dovetail Games content, but it's stuff that's on Steam. JH32, I have the manual up actually, hang on. High Iron Simulation CSX Hanover subdivision route for train simulator extends 62 miles from Hagerstown, Maryland to Hanover, Pennsylvania and the nearby junction at Porters. In Western Maryland era terms, the route thus represents Hagerstown Highfield portion of Western Maryland's Eastern Subdivision and the majority of the Western Maryland Hanover Subdivision. Short segments of the Eastern Sub and York Sub are included at Porter's. That's where it is. It's between Maryland and Pennsylvania.
So this is the full route. So we started somewhere at the top. Where were we? We were up here, and where we are currently, we're down here, so we're just now near Smithsburg, and we are running to Hagerstown, so we're not that far off now. Hello, says the person speeding again. I'm going to lose all my points at this rate.
Your point's toast.
Yeah.
We go 24, 3. 20 minus 20. All the points are now gone. Now you owe the game points.
Oh, now on a flat grade now.
Past the sheriff's office.
Right.
Or someone in deep trouble, one of the two. There's a whole bunch of sheriff cars outside the building. Then either it's where they work or where they're working. We don't mind how big our viewers are, Snowy. They can, but you know, I think most people are just normal sized, person sized. But in terms of numbers of people watching, it doesn't matter. You know, watch it if you're interested. We'd be sitting here playing trains regardless.
Yeah. It'd just be me and Matt with no views. We'd be just like, I don't know, we're fine, we're happy.
Oh yes. But no, these streams are a good opportunity for people to ask any questions or to see stuff or just to find out that we're real people.
Yeah. Dynamics back on again. We're now coming downhill again.
Matt, Jamie, do you have any pets? I've got 2 cats.
I have got a bearded dragon. I have got a dog and some fish. Tropical fish.
Very nice.
Yes, Moggy, bearded dragon hype, yes.
I've got 2 cats and they terrorise me on a daily basis.
My bearded dragon is like, when are you going to give me food?
That's basically what my cats say. It's the only thing they know how to say. All day. It's like, but what are you talking about when you're going to give me food? It's in there, in the bowl, right there.
Under 10 miles now. Ooh, I'm going to speed again.
Yeah,
Nearly.
Scorch more.
Yeah, I've just obliterated this score. No, I haven't yet. I did think about it, but no. My bearded dragon is called Bobby. I'm sure it was quite funny. Bobby the bearded dragon. starts going up and down now, I think. Willow. Got a nice...
Did you do horn action while it went past?
I did indeed.
See you later.
Oh right, Moggy. So Foul. Make sure I'm saying it's Falcor. Is that right? What's that named after, Moggy?
Sounds like he's going to tell you a never-ending story if you're not careful. Wasn't that Falcor? Yep, never-ending story. Boom.
Ah, never-ending story. Right, there we go.
See, now the song's playing in my head, but that's okay because it's an awesome song.
I've actually seen that song played live, but the person who sung it is it Limal?
Lamal.
Lamal. Spell it right. Say it right, yeah. We're now in the up, down section now. Gotta keep right on it.
Strike Eagle, community manager is for fishing. JD is the director of community. You're a long way from burning JD out, I think. I'd say you're gonna have to try harder, but I don't want to set you the challenge. I know you'll rise to it. The seasons change in this game. They don't change while you're driving because you'd have to drive for quite a long time. But there are the 4 seasons are in the game, and you can pick which one it is when the scenario was created. Yeah. So you can see these trees have got like an autumn flavour to them. If you set it in winter, then it'll be without any leaves. Summer, it'll be much more lush and green. Hey train boy, how's it going?
It's only till we're in the sort of farming areas of... Oh, here we go, speeding again.
Speeding again.
There we go. Now we're back to normal.
Is there thunderstorms, Laurel? There are some scenarios that have thunderstorms with lightning flashes and all sorts of wonderful things. It's not very common, but there are certainly some out there that do.
There you go. Wait.
Yeah, Miami West Palm Beach has the thunder and lightning. Sherman Hill was the first one that had the thunder and lightning. I think that Pacific Surfliner does as well. I know Pacific Surfliner has fireworks display from Brightling. Which Horseshoe Curve, I think, was the first one that did. I did a YouTube video showing people how to set up a still fireworks display in their own scenarios. It's quite fun.
There we Oh, we're getting some good rail fanning shots. Yeah, thanks, chat. Thanks, chat. Where are we now? So we have got Chooseville, and then we've got Security Main. Yeah, so we're not 6 miles away. No, I'm speeding again. Bang goes my points.
I think points is just, yesterday's concerns.
It is, yeah. Try and stop is my main concern, I think.
That's what buffers are for.
That is very true. Speeding up again. You gotta really be on the brakes, on and off, you know. One old consist though.
These must pull a fair haulage in real life. Oh yeah, Pep, yeah, me fan. I should think so.
Now the question is, for chat, who's looking forward to the big boy?
We're showing that tomorrow, aren't we?
We are indeed. A preview stream tomorrow.
Woo!
Good, good.
It's nice that they got some good speakers in the consist.
Speakers? Pardon? So, whoosh. Pardon?
Laurel, where do you have to get? It's on Steam. You can get this on Steam, and along with all the add-ons for it as well. Yeah, speakers, B&O.
Sure, I should have got that, shouldn't I? My dad would probably be screaming at me if I didn't say.
Hey, Dominic, how's it going?
6.28 miles to go. We're getting there. Yeah, we'll be showing the big boy off on stream tomorrow, so make sure if you're about to come and see it. I must admit, it's blown me away. I've been learning how to drive it, so don't panic. I have learned all the ins and outs on how to use it. And, yeah.
So you're guaranteeing no failures?
Yes.
Wow!
That's a big...
Heard it here, folks. Heard it here, folks.
Yeah. Only me? Nope. Don't panic. I am not.
That's because he's picked a downhill run. You watch.
No. Don't actually know which run I've actually chosen. Yeah, I don't think I've chosen one actually. Don't talk it up, Moggy.
No, I'm not going to be driving. Which route is it on, says Yana Duncan?
Well, this or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What begins with the W?
Oh, Wasatch.
Wasatch Grade.
Wasatch Grade.
There you go. Thanks, Derek.
Big boy stomping ground that was, much like Sherman Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm certainly going to have a go with it tomorrow, TX. I have been practicing using it, but I'll certainly have another go at driving it tomorrow, just to make sure.
That's no fun.
We're now nearly now at Security Main, and 5 miles away now.
I was going to have scenarios for Sherman Hill as well, apparently, says Derek. Well, we'll find out. We'll have a look tomorrow and we'll tell you what's going to be in the pack.
Yeah. Security Main.
Love all the detail on this route. It's really nice.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, 4014 was restored and brought back to mainline service, Pep. And then the pandemic hit, so it was put back in the cupboard again.
Yeah. I think it's due to come out, though, this year, isn't it? I can't remember when it is, though.
Oh, yeah. Assuming no more resurgences of problems, then they'll be wanting to get it back out again. Doesn't do it any good, sat around still.
No. You at least have to steam it up every so often, won't they, as well?
Steam it up, move it around a bit just to make sure everything remains lubricated and moving. August is what Union Pacific are aiming for, apparently. So it's just over.
No wonder I'm not getting anywhere. I've got the brakes in blooming. Oh, so why I keep putting more power on and nothing's happening? Well, no wonder I've got it in first minimal reduction and then trying to pattern. There we go.
So gradients, the percentages that are showing here are shown as percentages because of the because that's what's used in America. So we're on a, what are we on at the moment?
0.0.
Okay, that's flat.
Yep.
So if you were on, say, a 1 in 50, then you'd be on a 2% grade. If you were on a 1 in 100, then you'd be on a 1% grade.
No, 1.7.
1.7 is about 1 in 59.
Ah. Yeah, we've got a little ski jump here type thing. Engineer train BH-1 lead unit WM5953 to Lurgan subdivision dispatcher. We're approaching CP Town. Seek permission to proceed to Hagerstown Yard. Subject to signal indication, you are cleared to enter the main line at CP Town and proceed to Hagerstown Yard. The yard master will be in contact with yarding instructions. Dispatcher out. Grade now coming up.
It's the same as metric and imperial and you know, that kind of thing. It's got different areas of the country just do it different ways. In Germany it's done as per mil, so instead of like where we would do air per 100, they do per mil, which is per 1,000. Just so everyone's just got the different countries have just got their different ways of doing it. So we try and capture that in the game. So if you're driving an American route, you get the gradients in, you know, the what you would normally expect if you were actually on that route. I don't think you can override it in TS 2021. In TSW, you can go and override it if you want it to be always a specific format, or you can make it automatic and let it follow the route. Same systems. Nigel, what are you planning for tomorrow night's stream? We will be running Smokebox's new big boy steam engine on the Wasatch grade. So, is it a previous stream tomorrow?
It is indeed.
Previous stream, yes. That's on TS 2021 as well.
Grade now.
The route across Schleswig-Holstein. Well, there is Hamburg-Lübeck, which goes into Schleswig-Holstein. But yeah, Flensburg, isn't it? Yeah. Hey Ducko, we're doing very well, thank you.
Now about to join the main line now. .3 miles away now. More points because I'm speeding the other way now.
You don't have the Connie yet, Moggy. It's a crime. I'm banning you from driving 08 until you fix that.
You're clear to proceed via Yard Approach A and Yard Approach B to Hagerstown Yard Track 7, where you can tie up with the power attached. Ensure all manual switches are aligned accordingly. Yard Master out. I better check that, didn't I? Yard 7. So we've got the road that way. Approach B and Yard 7 is that one. Yep, so we've got the road. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm nearly doing 30 miles an hour. Nut.
Oh my word.
Oh no. Look at all those points. Oh dear.
Bounce over them all. Oh no, you're not turning on this one. Fair enough. You may yet survive.
and relax.
It's an awesome score, isn't it, Just a Hillbilly? Job well done, I think.
Yeah. See the little Bob Ross there, Just a Hillbilly. All the different cabooses. You can bring the head end to a stop near the west end, Hagerstown, track 7, then tie it.
See you later, enemy.
Cabooses like that. Work light safety rules, I think. Same on the other side. Oh, he's a switcher. There we go. Look at one of the switches now.
I do like a good switch at me.
They actually have two very similar switches to this at the Nene Valley Railway. Which would be interesting to see them run one day. I think one is a UP one, I think. I can't remember what the other one is. See you tomorrow, Nimi. Long way to go down the yard yet.
See, I finished my coffee and I'm yawning again. Need more coffee, that's what it is.
It's just your brain's like, give me more coffee. I'm going to make you yawn until you give me more coffee. Just keep an eye on where we're going. Good. Should we get the whole train in? Think that will do there.
Good. Well, nothing derailed, nothing exploded.
Nope.
So
there we go. So that is us.
very good. So we did Gemble with the class 90, the scenario from Chris 5012, and then we've taken a look at the new High Iron Sims Chessie Retro pack for the Hanover route, and driven the GP9.
Yes, there we go. I hope you all enjoyed that. So, and tomorrow we have got, let me just turn the brakes down because it's blowing the game is going to. There we go. That's better. So tomorrow we have got the UP Big Boy, haven't we? So you got that to look forward to. So have a good evening, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah. So, thank you very much, folks. We'll catch you tomorrow for the Big Boy. Cheers.
See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye bye.